Welcome back, Joe fans. Time for another history lesson. Today we're going to be taking a look at the 1983 G.I. Joe collection. With their incredible success of the 1982 line, G.I. Joe has set the foundation of what's yet to come. And now they begin their ascent to the top of the toy mountain. On with the review.
Let's go for it.
In this year's release, Hasbro re-released the 1982 figures, as well as all new figures and molds, this time touching base on different branches of the military, like the Air Force, the Marines, and even the Navy SEALs. This time with all new molds and head sculpts. With Kenner's Star Wars figures still only boasting 5 points of articulation.
I have a really bad feeling about this.
Hasbro once again pushed the articulation envelope, this time adding one more bit of articulation, the swivel arm battle grip, which was proudly represented on all their new packaging. This new articulation was also added on all their previous figures for this line. First up, they re-released the official collector's display case, which only housed 12 figures. So how do we hold all these brand new figures? The APC, Amphibious Personnel Carrier. It had a rotating gun and a removable top. And this beast housed 28 figures, including the driver and passenger. The front windshield was removable. It had 2 removable seatbelts and plenty of foot pegs for your figures. And not only was it a vehicle, it was a carrying case to hold your collection. And if that wasn't enough, this thing was even engineered to float. Up next was the Wolverine tank. It housed 12 missiles and a very fragile tow cable that was easily lost or broken. And the included driver was the second female of the Joe team, Cover Girl.
Cover Girl here, Duke. Not a reptile in sight.
Another towable Frontline armament was released, the Whirlwind Twin Battle Gun. It had dual 20mm barrels that rotated and raised and lowered to take Cobra out of the sky. The first snow vehicle was released this year for all you Snow Joes. It had cannons that went back and forth when you press these levers, as well as 2 removable missiles. And you could take one of your figures and set them on his Arctic adventures. The remote armed pack rats were released this year with the missile launcher, machine gunner, and flamethrower to help the Joes in the fight.
Release pack rats now! Don't let any of those robots get into the temple!
Brady, Texas was represented with the boisterous Wild Bill, the pilot of the Dragonfly assault copter.
This is Wilder and a Bronco with a cactus saddle.
The top rotor was trigger actuated. It had an undermounted gun on the nose, a skid-mounted gun, working winch, 2 bombs, and 4 missiles. The first Joe to change up his uniform was Grunt. He turned in his green uniform for tan and took to the sky in the Falcon Glider.
The G.I. Joe Falcon Glider, flying high in the sky, sailing through the air, he's America's fighter, G.I. Joe can fly.
Grand Slam turned in his HAL Laser and orange uniform for silver and took to the sky in the jump jetpack. The first Joe playset was released this year. Unlike the Cobra base from the previous year made out of cardboard, this was made out of sturdy plastic. It has a large cannon on the front, 2 bays, which was designed for the 82 vehicles, the Mobat and the Vamp, but as you can see, you can fit other vehicles in there. It also has a computer station.
Cobra's crazy weather patterns just swallow up my signals.
There's a storage bay in the rear to hold all your accessories, and also a jail cell to hold those captured Cobras. Air superiority just leaned in the Joe's favor with the Combat Jet XP-14F Skystriker. The Joe team received its first Air Force pilot and cutthroat poker player, Ace, who always seemed to fit in a card reference.
Time to reshuffle this deck. That ought to make the odds even.
And as you can tell by looking at the labels, this thing has seen a lot of battles. Being as it was my childhood toy. Even though it has removable bombs and missiles, retractable gear, it even has 2 working parachutes. My favorite part was seeing it fly. Cobra got some robotic backup with the Armored Snake. Finally, Cobra got a tank of their own with the High-Speed Sentry, or HISS tank, which also included the HISS driver. With the opening canopy and workable cockpit, you could fit the HISS driver inside. You can also fit another figure in the main battle turret, and this actually rotates and raises and lowers to shoot the lasers. Unfortunately, it spent most of its time going in reverse.
Retreat! Retreat! Retreat!
Finally, Cobra could take to the skies as well. This 1-seat chopper was armed to the teeth with 4 missiles, a bomb, and a working laser gun. These highly agile choppers look really fantastic in the sky as well. The Cobra's got a wind-powered glider of their own, the Viper glider and pilot. Lastly, the very first Battle Gear accessory pack was released, for all those missing parts that we lost going into battle. And even though Hasbro re-released all the 82 figures, I wanted to point out that the Cobra Officer, Trooper, and Cobra Commander were released on card. The only way to get them previously was in the mail or with a playset. Cobra's ranks started filling in with the newly released weapon supplier, Destro, who donned a chrome mask, who unfortunately didn't always see eye to eye with Cobra Commander.
You psychotic, sibilant serpent of a dolt! You, the people of the world, mistake my determination to conquer. I am not soft and merciful.
The first mail-away figure, who was later released on card, in Mercenary, Major Blood.
Major Blood! Yes, Commander!
He was the only figure at the time that had a solid arm. It had the same military tactics as Cobra Commander.
Retreat! Retreat!
Sergeant Airborne was released, the Dragonfly co-pilot.
It's one of my favorite things!
I've always liked his uniform, tan jumpsuit, the light blue vest. He has a great rifle and backpack. And being the Dragonfly co-pilot, let's see what he looks like inside the helicopter. First, we got to get all his gear off. He's a little tricky to get inside.
Guess we'll have to teach him then.
And voila! He's in there. Now that's one nice looking chopper. Every team needs a medic, and Doc stepped up to the plate.
Vital signs are weak, Cover Girl. Full emergency team ready.
The first Arctic trooper came on board, and sharpshooter, Snow Job.
We got the coordinates code.
The mine detector Tripwire came on board.
Get set to scramble and ramble. My detection device has picked up a mucho earthquake rolling our way.
Even the Navy SEALs joined in with Torpedo.
Hey, what's happening, landlubbers? Torpedo!
They don't call me Torpedo for nothing.
Let's not forget about the Marines. This gumbo-eating Cajun, gung-ho.
Gumbo builds muscles.
And he certainly wasn't afraid to take on Cobra.
Yo, Joe!
A new field commander was introduced for the Joe team, Duke. Just like Major Blood, the initial way to acquire him was in the mail.
That doesn't make any sense.
But then he was later released on card, and he wasn't afraid to be on the front line.
You sure get a kick out of me.
Well, this wraps up another history lesson. This has been my look at the 1983 G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero line. And if you like what you've seen so far, just wait for the 1984 G.I. Joe review. Things are only getting better. And as always, I'd like to thank you for watching. And if you like what you see, join the community. And hit that subscribe button. And remember, share your knowledge.
Yo, Joe!